Now I'm going to go ahead and save my changes. Right here is an example of what your post, how your posts will appear based on your settings above. Save changes. That's set. Now, if I want to add another page element here, blog archive, I'll go ahead and click on edit here so you can see what this looks like. The blog archive is simply as you post more and more posts on your blog, it will get really busy if they all appear on the main page. So your blog will automatically archive these for you, and you can set how often you want that to happen. If you look here under archive frequency, you can have it archive your blog posts monthly, weekly, or daily. And then you can set up a date format here, and it will run that for you. So when my blog, if I have it set for monthly, at the end of every month it's going to make a little folder on the side of my blog named May or April or whatever month I'm in, and it'll archive my blog there, so in the future people can just come to my blog and let me save the changes. I'll show you what this looks like. So in the future people can come to my blog and you'll see the blog archive here, and rather than having 100 or thousands of blog posts here in the middle, you'll see they can just simply go to the month and the year that they want to look at, click on the post they want to see, and there it is, and they can take a look at that post without having thousands of posts to sift through each time. I'm going to go back to customize at the top. About me, that's where I can edit my profile. I can say, here I am, this is what I like to do, I love my family, whatever the purpose of your blog is and who you are. You might want to tell people a little bit about that in this section under description. You can also, if you want to, put where you're from and your area in the world that you live. Save your changes, and now that will appear to the right of your blog. You can now add other page elements. There are many cool page elements with Blogspot, with Blogger. One is a slideshow. You'll see here. Simply click Add to Blog, and this can scroll through pictures of your family or of your activities or whatever it is that you are blogging about. Polls are fun. This is a way to see how people like your blog or to get opinions about different things. You can make a poll and customize it, and when people come to your blog they can share their opinions with you. It also is a fun way to get interactivity and a sense of community on your blog. Lists are a good way to do a top 10 list or list your favorite movies and likes and dislikes and things like that, and have that show up constantly to the right of your blog. A link list is a way to link to your favorite websites, other blogs you may have, friends' blogs. This is how, if you're using this as a family blog, a way to communicate with your children or loved ones, you want to have a link list to all of their blogs and their websites so that you can share and interact that way. You can add a picture of yourself or of whatever that will stay at the side. If you're making a public blog and want to make a little bit of cash, you can add AdSense. This is through Google. This is where Google will put up they'll try to put up relative ads, and you get paid per click from your blog to those ads. Text is simply what it says, text. You can add more text elements to your blog. HTML and Java, those are for more advanced features that you might want to add to your blog. A feed is so that people can find your blog easier if you're a public blog. And labels we may go over in the future if that's something that needs to be gone over. Now we can close out of that. I didn't choose to add any page elements this time. Again, there's more settings here in layout that I'll briefly go over. Fonts and colors. This is where you can change the look and feel of your blog to different fonts, a different color scheme that you might like better. Always save changes, and if you don't like what you've done, say I click green and I don't like the look of green, I can clear my edits and it will go back to its original. And then if I like it, go ahead and save your changes. Edit HTML. This allows me to do more advanced things. We're not going to go over any of this right now, but if you do know HTML, this is where you could change and customize your blog and your template to look exactly how you want. Pick a new template. Again, this is where we can change our template. We can have a different template if we want. I'm going to select the dots template. Save my template, and again in the future I will show you how to add other templates that you don't see listed here. That's pretty much it for layout. If I want to see my blog, click View Blog. I can now see that I've changed the template to this little dot pattern, come back to customize, and we'll be back at our blog. Now if I go to settings, this is important. If you're using your blog for a personal blog and you don't want the world to have access to it, then I suggest there's a couple settings you change in here that aren't set by default. Add your blog to our blog listing. If you're using this as a public blog or a professional blog, you want everybody to be able to see it, then list this, because then Blogspot will list it and people searching through Blogspot or Blogger can find your blog. But if this is a family blog, you want to select no, then it won't be listed in their directory and less people will be able to find it. Let search engines find your blog. This is for Google and Yahoo and all those search engines to find your blog. I'm going to select no. Again, if you're a public blog or a professional blog, you want this selected to yes, but if you're using this for your family, you probably don't want the world to be able to see it. You only want your friends and family to see it, so select no. It's also a safety measure against predators. Now, show quick editing on your blog. You want to select yes or no. I don't really have a preference at this point. I'm going to leave it at the default. Show email post links. You can select this. We do not have adult content on our blog, so we will show no. And that's all I'm going to mess with in this setting. I'm going to save my settings. And then publishing is another important place if you're making this a private blog. Or excuse me, this is an important place if you want your blog to have a custom domain name. Where I have teachmomhow.com, I can customize that, or you can purchase a domain name and select it that way. There's formatting, there's comments, there's archiving, there's a site feed, which is RSS. We'll go over RSSs in future lessons. Email and permissions. Permissions is what I want you to select now. In permissions, you will set your blog to be public or private, basically. There are two types of people that will be able to see your blog. Blogspot categorizes them as authors. Blog authors can make posts and edit different features of your blog. If you want other people besides yourself, maybe your daughter or your son, to be able to edit this blog, then simply click Add Authors, and here you will type in their email, son@gmail.com, and this will send them an invite to their email account to become an author on your blog. And now you see I have one open invitation waiting for son@gmail to respond. Blog readers are people that can see my blog and comment on my blog, but they're not allowed to make posts or alter settings on the blog. I can either have this be anybody, that would make it open to the public, open to the world, which is ideal for professional blogs, but for a family blog you probably want to, at least I want to, have only people I choose be able to see my blog. You can also have only blog authors see your blog. And then you can start out by simply inviting your friends. friend@gmail.com, dad@gmail.com, etc. @gmail.com, and click invite, and you'll see I got an email address error because these are not valid email addresses, but if they were, it would send an invite to these people to then view my blog, and they would be allowed to see my blog, and everyone else would not be allowed to see my blog. Again, if you have any questions and concerns about the privacy policies of Blogger, make sure you read that before you accept the terms on blogger.com. Teach Mom How is not responsible for any other sites' policies and privacy policies and protections and things like that, though we will teach you our opinion of how to keep yourself safe and protect your information the best way possible. So again, that's how you do it and make your blog private. Now if I click on posting, here again, I can add a new post under create, or I can go to edit posts, where I can edit posts that I've already done, and I can also go to moderate comments. Moderate comments will allow me to delete comments I don't want on my blog and maybe add more comments if I want. So it gives me complete control. Now that is it for this lesson on Teach Mom How blog. This can be found in our archives and our categories under Teach Mom How to Blog. These are the basics. This has been posted on February 26, 2008. If you have any other questions, email me or post comments on the Teach Mom How blog at teachmomhow.com. Thank you.